Hey guys, Bobby here, and I am standing in the gorgeous new Thakoon store in downtown New York City. And maybe it's like a treat for myself, but also for you guys. I'm with the designer himself.
Hey guys.
Hey, and we're gonna talk about the store, his fall runway show that just happened literally last night, and some of our favorite fall trends. So how are you?
I'm good. A little tired.
Yeah, right. I mean, you had a very big night last night.
Yeah, I'm still going on adrenaline.
Adrenaline
and
from
coffee.
that.
Yes.
So we'll get to that in a second as well, but let's talk about first the new concept about this gorgeous new store. When did it open, and tell us a little bit about the design.
So it opened about almost 2 weeks ago now, and I wanted to just adhere to the beauty of Soho and sort of keeping the loft space feeling open and neutral. But I was really liking the idea of mixing concrete with wood. So you can see here, there's a big wooden wall that we carved out of white oak. We kept it natural and raw just because I like the simplicity of beautiful wood, and then mixing it with concrete. So on the floor you'll see aggregated concrete, but then the concrete is carried through to the wall as well, with poured concrete in different layers. It almost looks like marble, so it's a bit more refined, but beautiful.
And it's very serene in here.
Exactly.
I feel like I could just like take a nap and just like sit here. Maybe you'll find me here in like 10 minutes,
I'll
just
probably-
like
I
hanging
will.
out. You can join me.
Or me.
Okay, fine. That's totally fine. And so also, I want to get to these clothes in a minute because they're so beautiful, but tell us about your new business model. It's very unique, and it's very different. It's very forward-thinking, so tell us a little bit about it.
Yep, it's completely new. So I took a year off from showing because we wanted to reboot. We were looking at the landscape of fashion and how, you know, everyone, when they see something down the runway, they want it immediately. And that was not what was happening with us. When we showed, even last September, you had to wait until 6 months later to get those clothes. And by the time that you saw those, you were kind of bored, or you were kind of like past that.
You've seen it.
You've seen it
so many times.
Exactly. So what we did was, for this season, for yesterday, from the show last night, we showed fall clothes. And they're available now in store and on our website, thakoon.com, immediately after the show.
It's amazing. Literally, like, the runway show was last night at 7 p.m., and we're in the store and you can buy them right now.
Exactly.
It's amazing. That's what everyone wants. So should we go look at some of the
Absolutely.
clothes? Okay. First of all, this yellow is like so eye-catching. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's a great fall color. It's one of my favorite colors. I love yellow. It's a very bold statement, but we've been getting a great response. This literally went on the runway last night.
I mean, it's beautiful. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this collection specifically.
Yep. So, a couple of things. I was looking at the artwork of an artist, Jean de Buffet, a French artist who does a lot of abstract work and drawings. And in particular, he did a lot of these beautiful butterfly drawings that I was really inspired by. So we kind of looked at that and we really reworked our own sort of that idea into an abstract print with these colors. This mustard color and some reds, and set against a black background, which it's always nice for fall.
It's beautiful too. Let's look at this.
Yeah,
How fun is
I
that?
love the maroon color mixed with the
pretty.
mustard as well.
The palette is great.
And what we do is, I like to make clothes that are quite casual, ultimately, but there's something always interesting about them. So for example, this, it's a simple silk shirt dress, but there's all these lace insets that are just enough to create interest. Even tops like this, with a beautiful neckline and a little lint on there.
Let's just ignore that. It's beautiful. So unlike obviously a traditional kind of collection, we're not dropping, like twice a year, 4 times a year, that sort of thing. How many collections will you be dropping throughout the year? Do you have a sense yet?
So I'm designing the same amount of collections as I did before. So before we did 4 collections a year, and we would drop those collections once every season to the stores. This time I'm designing still 4 collections a year, but we're choosing the different releases that we're going to be dropping. So basically we're dropping 6 releases per season.
Got it. And so how long can our readers get this fall collection?
So basically each release lives for only about 8 weeks.
8 weeks, okay.
And then that's it. We're minimally producing as well, and so you have a limited amount of time to purchase, and then it kind of goes away. And if it sells out, we're not replenishing. Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to give freshness always. to the customer, because I think that that's what people are really interested in right now. Always new things, always fresh. So that's the business model, and the price point we're controlling from the get-go. Now we don't have to deal with a wholesaler, so we're really controlling the price, and we're giving you what everything is supposed to be priced at. So the value is really great for what you're getting.
Totally. So if you heard that, you only have about 8 weeks to get this beautiful dress. You better go on Thakoon.com or stop by and hang with us. I'll be here, like I said, taking my nap.
I'll be back there too. We actually have our studio space.
Oh, it's like right in the back?
In the back there. So I'm designing in the back as well. It's really nice to be connected.
Yeah.
When the customer comes in, I can come walk out and see what they're gravitating towards, what they're wearing, what they're not picking up, and really just engage with the customer. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing. Do you have a sense of what people have been gravitating towards so far today from yesterday's collection?
You're going to wear, which
right,
is
it's just this,
dress.
I know you don't make men's yet, maybe we'll get to that later, but I think I could wear this with like
that.
a nice pair of jeans. I mean, that's just what it is.
People are loving the buffalo flag, which is this red.
So cool. It's like
There's
the perfect fall coat.
great coats that we're doing with the rib knit on the collar. All of these these cocoon shapes are actually what people are really interested in too. So it's like a zipper cape with
that's so beautiful.
with like an olive, almost military lining on one side.
It's really cool. I also just want to point out too, the show was yesterday, and your invite was so epic. It was literally like a cassette, like Walkman that you probably had in the 90s.
Yep.
It was so
maybe even 80s.
Maybe in the 80s, and it kind of there are some kind of 90s references in some of this, but it's such an old school way of thinking. But your concept is so forward thinking and new, so it's kind of like a nice play on that.
I love the play on that because what we are is really fully digital first.
Right.
For us, I think e-com is a big push, and we really want to make that the story behind the Thakoon brand now, which is we're really tech savvy, but we're also still fashion and design. But the idea behind the cassette was that analog is having such a big moment right now, and I really love it. And I collect vinyls, but then all of a sudden cassettes were kind of making its way back, and I was really into it. Like I love the smell of cassettes. I love the sound of it. So I was like, why not?
Why not? That's what everyone should have.
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep it for sure.
It's funny. It's like we're digital, but then we're kind of backwards. But then you can't really go forward without looking at
100%.
It's good.
Couldn't have said it better. All right, let's take a look at some of the stuff over there.
You just did.
I know. Fix that.
You're not allowed.
I'm not. I can't take my nap anymore. You're gonna exile me from the brand new Thakoon store. I just want to note this beautiful color too.
Yeah, I love a good pink coat.
Yeah, I'm very into pink.
So this is double face.
That's really beautiful.
So it just feels like a cardigan when you put it on.
So if there's one trend, maybe a couple trends that every woman should adopt this fall, what would you say they are?
Oh my God.
There's so many. You could just name a few, maybe. If you can't think of one.
Oh my God. I think a cape trend.
Cape, yeah.
I think for fall, definitely there's a lot of cape trends that are coming out. The one that I just showed you. We also did a pullover that's like a cape sweater. We can see it when we walk around, but I think definitely a cape trend is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
And for us, it's always a nod to a sort of romantic floral. What we did this season was the floral was a bit more moody on a black background, but still feminine.
So is that kind of like a signature print that you'll kind of always carry
It's
through?
a signature, yeah. I love to do a floral print. Even the abstract butterfly has a floral quality to it. I don't like a typical floral print though, so we always tweak it and work it, and that's what customers come back to me for.
Oh, awesome. That's kind of like the bestseller.
Exactly.
Kind of I see that. Cool.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And even this pillow.
Yeah,
this is
even
from a past print.
my nap spot.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. That's awesome. Let's take a look. I want you guys to see the whole store.
We do have a reader asking if anyone can buy the pillows.
Can anyone buy the pillows? That's your call. That's not me.
They can, if they name the price,
If they name right.
we can negotiate.
So there you go. That's what I'm like. Ooh, this is so cozy.
Yeah, this is actually wool, but it's faux. Like it looks like a faux sheer.
Yeah, it does.
But it's actually wool, so it will keep you warm.
It will, yeah, especially in a New York winter.
And it's good for men too.
Yeah, I mean that I could wear. I also it's like pajama-esque.
So this is the pajama jumpsuit. We do jumpsuits really well. So this is the pajama jumpsuit. You can like leave it.
And it looks like it could be two
or
separate pieces.
tuck exactly, and then the back is one piece.
We always have reader questions too on the type of shoes you should wear with a jumpsuit so you don't feel like too short. Do you think you should always wear a heel with a jumpsuit, or can you get away with a flat?
You can get away with flats.
Yeah.
I think that it just depends on the proportion. You know, sometimes when the jumpsuit length is too long, that becomes a problem. So you might put a heel on. But for the most part, I said you can do a flat. That's the thing with the jumpsuit. It's so versatile.
Mm-hmm.
You can really dress it up or dress it down.
Yeah, totally. Cool. So let me take a look over here as well. And
What
so,
about our beautiful
Oh, yeah.
digital screen back here?
this is the show that was literally last night. I mean, it's insane to me how all of this is in here right now after just happening less than 24 hours ago. It's so crazy. It was beautiful in Dumbo.
The space was looking great,
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
it?
amazing. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So, obviously this is, fall collection. Are you already thinking spring, or when does that kind of happen?
So the next collection that's coming out is winter.
Okay.
So that's already been designed,
Right.
and we're just tweaking the sort of the final changes right now. And yeah, I'm thinking spring as well. So basically, we're staying on the cadence of the fashion calendar. So in February, we're going to be doing a show as well.
Got it.
But instead of showing fall clothes in February, we're going to be showing spring clothes in February, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes way more sense.
I mean, by the time you see clothes in February, you're thinking spring, summer.
Totally.
You
Right.
don't want to be thinking coats.
Codes of like the next,
Exactly.
like 7 months from now.
Exactly.
Any pieces you want to call out here as being favorites? There's
Yeah. So
many
I
great
love these really romantic things, like like a navy chiffon top with like
really
lace
pretty.
trim, and the back detail is really great.
I love that little tie detail.
Exactly. Again, we do these great things a lot, which is a trompe l'oeil or combo pieces. I think a lot of my customers love to just be able to throw something on and not have to think about
Totally.
it. They don't want to have to think about the styling. They just want to throw it on and just be done. So
That's a
something
great-
like this gives you that option. You know, you can just wake up, put it on.
And it
put
looks
on
so
shoes.
styled and cool.
Exactly.
Like literally nowhere. You
Yeah,
just
I mean,
throw
I
on one
call
shirt.
I call it self-styling, but
Self-styling.
then inject it into the design.
That's really great. And this is actually, I want to call this detail out too. It's kind of like baseball-y
Stitching.
stitching.
detail.
That's really, really cute.
And it's on the side of the sweater.
Cool.
Should be a hand model.
I know you should. Do we have any reader questions?
We
Should we
do.
take
A
some?
lot of them are about how many of those yellow dresses are in stock. But Lauren asked us, what was your favorite moment from the show last night?
The favorite moment was actually coming out at the end, seeing everyone there and seeing the girls kind of trail off in front of this beautiful landscape. It was like the view was amazing. You saw the Brooklyn Bridge, you saw the Manhattan Bridge, you see the downtown skyline all lit up. It was really a magical space, you know, and to see the context of the girls with the audience and the music, it was
amazing. That setting was just like spectacular.
Yeah.
Is that kind of why you chose to do it where you did? So you had this beautiful.
It was, but it was about rebooting Thakoon and understanding and thinking about what the Thakoon brand means. And for me, it's such a New York brand. It's rooted in this city. I started it here. I started my career here. I'm continuously inspired by New York. And when I was thinking about the inspiration for the collection, I was looking at a lot of these old Peter Lindbergh images from the late 80s. The iconic ones of Christy and Naomi and Cindy, the glamour models in Dumbo, actually. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I wanted to bring that back, that energy back. And when I saw the space, I said I had to have that.
That's it. If he needs it, he gets it. That has to
I
happen.
got it.
Cool. Any other questions?
Yeah. Allie wants to know, she says look 3 was her favorite from the show last night. She wants to know if they're all shoppable now.
Look 3, I believe, is shoppable. Look 3, I believe, is a riff on this plaid.
Okay.
Right, Ali? Can you confirm?
Was that the one with the tie? Maybe.
Yeah, with the
okay.
tie,
That one
exactly.
was-
With the
yeah.
bomber jacket.
Oh,
The
that
bomber
bomber.
jacket is coming in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
You can get the dress now and then the bomber later.
Okay.
Such a good sales
That,
pitch.
I feel like 7 jobs.
Michaela wants to know if you have any tips for transitioning summer pieces to fall, since it doesn't feel very fall out there right now.
Right, today is very hot here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, layering, I think, is the biggest part. You can still wear chiffon tops. I think if you layer a big cardigan over it, so I think that's a way of transitioning, I think. Even also switching into something that's more classic, like a white shirting, and mixing it with sweaters, I think is all, exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's
Like, these are great transitional pieces, you know?
That's really cute with that tie.
Yeah.
Especially in this, let's just call it these jeans. Do you do denim a lot?
I started to do denim
Yeah.
just because I really like it.
Yeah.
This is what I would kind of call a chic mom jean.
Yeah.
So, but you know, we started to do denim, but we do it in a way that's a little bit more twisted. So like this jacket with like this kind of designer cut. You know, this sort of like this cut in the front. It's oversized. Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions?
Albert wants to know if you would ever consider doing menswear.
I really want to do menswear. That's something that I'm really passionate about. I just haven't found the time for it yet, but I know exactly what I would do for menswear.
Oh, I'm gonna be back if I don't take that yellow
Very
dress.
specific.
Okay.
It's only because I have a hard time shopping.
Right.
Especially
Me too.
Yeah, here I don't know why I have a hard time shopping. When I go to Tokyo, I find things that are done just right, and so it's really informed the way that I would do men's.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions?
They want to know if you have a must-have sort of color for this fall.
I mean, I think the mustard is a must-have, but I also think the maroon, the burgundy is a fantastic color too for fall because it's still vibrant enough, but it's not too hot or too loud for fall.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This has been so fun. The store is absolutely beautiful. Congratulations again. Collection's beautiful. Everyone, you have 8 weeks to shop it, so get that yellow dress before it's gone forever. There's only a few, and everything else.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much again.
Of course.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.